I'm just thinking of something because something happened at the restaurant and I'm gluten-free and the celiac.
Well,
and I just have nightmares about it. So at the end of the day,
Celiac.
Celiacs.
Also, I cannot wait for all of our viewers to see the compilation video of Yianni butchering the word celiac.
He doesn't even know about it.
Celiac. Restaurant Punk, what's up? Punk.
Restaurant. Oh, good job.
Good
High
one.
five.
High five.
I like it.
Nico, Noelle, Yianni.
Yianni,
What's
Nico.
going on,
What's
buds?
going on? Love your shirt, Noelle.
Thank you.
Great color.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Compliment your
Green's
hair.
my favorite color.
Is it your favorite color?
What's your favorite color?
Black.
Black?
Well, black's
we
not a
knew
real.
that.
Black's not a real
aside from
color.
black and white, because black, obviously. Like color. Do you think anybody watching cares what our favorite colors are?
I don't know. I like to think some people
I don't think
want to
anybody-
know us on a personal level. I would say like more of a periwinkle blue, like a little like purplish blue.
Just like a woman.
Jeez,
just
you're
be
really
difficult.
getting into
Jesus
that,
Christ.
yeah.
What? A periwinkle?
Yes.
What's a periwinkle?
It's like a blue purplish color,
It's a
but like
flower.
very light. Like think Easter.
Pastel.
Pastel?
Pastel color.
Oh, Nico, what's your favorite color? Yeah.
I like a dark green or like a very, very dark blood red.
Blood red, huh?
Dark blood red. You should see the Camaro when it's done.
Blood red, periwinkle, pastel blue. All I said was green, guys. Just green. Just green. Just give me a color from
He's
the
more
rainbow.
color
Color
hunter
spectrum is so
green.
broad, man. You can't many greens.
I know, but
You like baby shit green. I know that for a fact. That I do know.
based on the restaurants, yeah.
Based
George's
on-
Place, yeah, that's their favorite color.
Yeah.
All
Anyway.
right. So speaking of go yourself, actually, when you hear GF yourself, you think go yourself.
Well, originally I did until
So I'm gonna say
dun,
gluten-free yourself, which is the same as go yourself.
Are we doing another one of these episodes?
Another one?
another one.
I feel like we've kind of come across this more than one time, and I don't know where you're trying to get at. So
I'm just still bitter about the whole thing. All right,
Yeah.
I'm just thinking of something because something happened at the restaurant and I'm gluten-free and the celiac.
Well-
and I just have nightmares about it. So at the end of the day,
celiac.
Celiacs.
Also, I cannot wait for all of our viewers to see the compilation video of Yianni butchering the word celiac.
He doesn't even know about it.
Celiac. Oh, there's a video being.
Yeah.
I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know.
I made a specialty little video for it.
All right. Topic-wise, you guys got one?
No, I thought it was celiac.
Well,
I thought it was gluten-free. I thought it was go yourself.
Did we? Let me ask our producer. Liz, have we done an episode on gluten-free?
Have we done it? No. Have we done a successful episode
Fact check.
of
Fact check.
gluten-free? Welcome back to Go Yourself, aka Nikos Gluten-Free, and
Let's
Yianni
go.
doesn't believe in it. My name is Noelle.
I'm Nikos.
So, gluten-free.
Yes.
For our audience, Nico is gluten-free.
No.
Nico is celiac.
Thank you.
thing.
No.
Go yourself. Or gluten-free yourself. I don't know. How do we feel about gluten-free
No.
customers
How
in the
do you
restaurant?
fucking feel about it? Because you know what? Every goddamn time you want to talk about how you think it's fake, how you don't think it's real, you get me all routed up, and I don't even know why you're bringing it again. So
Riled up.
go ahead, talk about it.
Whatever.
No. Go talk
Whatever
about
with
the
your
knowledge.
with your
Talk about the
I'm the
knowledge.
mediator here.
your crumb of bread that falls on and it's all.
Yeah, no shit. It's a disease, man. How many times do you want me to tell
It's
you?
a disease.
It's not a fad.
It's a no carb diet.
No,
No,
it's
so,
what are
okay,
you talking about?
Why so
Dude.
Why so sensitive?
You're
being
actually.
Oh.
Here's the thing, though, is that I think Yanni's more sensitive at the topic of celiacs than you are.
I just get so frustrated. I've been doing this for so long, man.
It's.
Let's break it down for our
I think that
audience.
you hate the fad of it all.
I just hate the liars.
You don't- yes.
We can all
Okay.
agree that there are
Okay.
liars out there that say that they're celiac or gluten-free, but they're actually not. And I've caught many people in this lie over the past couple of years.
Because you can tell, though. You can tell who's lying about it. That's
can
the
you
thing.
tell?
By their demeanor. Like, I feel like you can tell when someone genuinely comes to you and they're like, hey, I'm celiac. Or when in doubt, one thing that I can always tell is when, for instance, someone has a Kate, right? Nico won't say anything. Nico will just show up somewhere and he'll just be happy without eating, or he'll maybe ask, does this have gluten in it? And if they don't understand the fact that he's celiac, he's like, okay, never mind. And then he has the Kate. The Kate is celiac. Here's what celiac is he can't have this and he can't have that. And they go to bat for him. When you get a table where their mom or their friend or their daughter or whoever is like, they are celiac, it's an actual disease. And you see someone else going to bat for them, you know it's serious. As opposed to, yeah, I'm celiac. Like I could technically have, no, there's no technically. There's no technically period. It is.
So what happens if, Nico, what happens if you have, what is it?
Celiac.
Yeah, not celiac. Like you can't have.
If I have anything with gluten in it.
Yes. What is a real celiac? What does that mean?
It's the gluten in wheat, barley, rye, or anything that's cross-contaminated will, once you consume it, your intestines gets attacked. Like your body gets attacked. It's an autoimmune disease.
Okay.
So it starts attacking your intestines, and some people have other problems with it where it's attacking their skin or it's attacking, other organs as well, depending on the severity of it.
Are people born with celiac or?
They can be. It can also just happen.
Over time.
Yeah. You could have it, not know it. And it's like a smaller case with no symptoms because some people don't have all the symptoms and some people have full blown symptoms. So you can be born with it. You cannot be born with it and just have it or, take it over the years. And I didn't find out till 2015 that I had it. And once I knew what the symptoms were and that, I realized I've had it for a little bit longer.
Okay. So I'm not poking now. I'm just saying, was celiacs around in the year 2000?
Correct. Yes, it was.
Where? Who?
Everywhere.
Where? What do you mean?
Everywhere.
I think
so are you telling me in 1985 celiac existed?
Yes.
Well, so did depression, but people talk about depression more now than they did then.
Yes.
It's something that society has made it more aware.
And only because
people talk about it more because of media, because of platforms, because everybody wants to have a voice and everybody, not to mention the way that our own foods and everything is being processed. There's so much more gluten and up things in our food now that are causing these reactions to where people have to talk about it.
So would you say wheat, barley?
Rye. Have the gluten thing and the gluten molecule, whatever you want to call it, inside of their products. Yeah. And the problem is with celiacs, not just gluten-free. There's people that have gluten-free sensitivities. Listen, there's people that have gluten-free sensitivities that they can't consume gluten. They'll get a little bit of reaction, but it's not the body attacking itself. It's just a different allergy. But some people can tolerate small amounts of gluten. They can have a slice of bread, but they can't have 2 slices of bread type of scenario. Okay. But that's gluten-free. But then there's the celiacs where you can't even have anything cross-contaminated because a single grain of flour, if you consume, will affect you. You will go into that body attacking itself scenario. And
I'm sorry, is it the same reaction for gluten-free and for a celiac?
No.
Like, is it the same? No,
it can be similar, but it's not. It's absolutely not. So if somebody...
Go ahead.
No, I insist.
No, I'm going to ask from a restaurant perspective because we've all been asked to cater to celiacs, yes?
Correct.
But there exists gluten-free menus across the country, correct? So you as a gluten-free person, which I would say is less than 0.1% of the population just in the United States, I don't know if that should be catered to. Example, I'm a vegetarian. And then I later find out that they can eat fish. I'm like, you're not a fucking vegetarian. You're a pescatarian.
Correct.
And you know why they say they're vegetarian? No offense, guys. Well, a little bit of offense. Because it sounds cooler. You know what sounds stupid? I'm a pescatarian. It doesn't sound.
I think pescatarian sounds cooler
No,
than
it does not.
vegetarian.
No, it does not.
I'm a pescatarian.
Well,
I'm
vegetarian,
pescatarian.
pescatarian's like, what's that? Oh, that's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
You can
Maybe
eat
have it.
fish.
Yeah.
You can eat fish.
No, you know where it peeves me though, is that now a soon to be restaurant owner and also just someone who's worked in restaurants forever is, I think we've talked about it before, but it could have been on the episode, is I'm vegetarian. Okay, here are our options. Cool, not good enough.
Well, yeah.
Well, you had the menu prior, or you looked at the menu prior. We didn't have anything for you. You still came in. We concocted a meal option for you, but you don't like mushrooms, so you're not going to eat it. It's and then they make it our problem though.
Look, no nuts, no what is that peanut oil? Can't have any
no peanuts. Yeah. But that's because not they don't like it, it's because they can't have it. It's what's it called, anaphylactic shock or something like that.
Going through the whole ecosystem of the food service industry, and case in point at McDonald's. I don't remember a point in time where you can make 78 substitutions on fast food drive-through. And do people actually know what they're doing?
I could back in high school, actually, when I used to.
Yeah, but did you really all right, maybe can you make it with no pickles as opposed to can you take the Big Mac sauce and put it on the on the chicken nuggets and then take the barbecue sauce for the chicken nugget and then whip that together with a little mayo to make it more of an aioli and then add that to my French
I want
fries.
it to be foamy.
Right? Like, where do you draw the line?
I mean, yeah.
What do you do?
I get that. They'll just give you the sauce on the side, say, here, do it yourself.
So nobody ever says the word celiac in the restaurant industry, correct?
And I think that's the thing.
There's no celiac menu. There's gluten-free menu, correct?
Yeah, you could be celiac friendly, but it's so hard if you have so much gluten because of the cross-contamination.
So if you're Nico, if you're going to eat at somebody's house,
correct,
for the first time, how does that work?
Depends on whose house I'm going to eat. But if you're saying for the first time, I usually don't. I usually don't eat.
You usually don't eat.
Yeah,
and
it's not worth it.
Yeah, I've noticed in the past year I'd be out with you and you don't eat.
It's not worth it.
It seems like a shitty lifestyle, my man.
It really is.
Because how do you trust?
It actually kind of literally is a shitty life too. And it'll take away the lifespan of you if I keep eating. I can eat it and suffer and suffer and suffer.
Isn't sometimes the suffering worth it though?
Yeah, it depends. Depends on what it is.
Be honest.
Honestly, I miss so many things, but it's the pain because it's so painful.
Honestly, are you guys familiar with Jordan Peterson? Jordan Peterson? No. I want to say he's a doctor in Canada, but he's a personality now on social media. Super intelligent, super smart. His diet is all just beef with salt. That's it.
Nice.
Water and I want to say coffee, maybe. I don't know. Something else. But that's it.
That's it.
Like, that's it. And I saw that on, I think I saw it on Rogan. And you'll see him if you look him up after the episode. Sure. He's everywhere. But I found that fascinating. And he just changed his whole lifestyle saying, you know what? This is what I eat and I'm f***ing miserable. So I would relate that to you and your life as far as food goes, as far as the fear of just being in a strange place.
Yeah.
And somebody saying, yeah, no problem. We got you. Do you really got me? Do you really trust everybody?
It used to be 9 out of 10. I didn't trust it. And it's becoming closer to the 10 mark that I don't trust it now because if nobody has the kind of knowledge that they know about cross-contamination and everything that's related to celiacs, they're not going to get it. They're not going to fucking get it.
Well, it's even also hard because even if, let's say he comes over and I make a whole bunch of food for everybody, like Christmas Eve, it's like, hey, here's these 4 things that are gluten-free and here's 2 to 4 things that are not gluten-free. And I made sure I was like, nobody touched the food until Nico makes his plate. Because even though that these are gluten-free, here comes Yianni and Georgie with a chip or a piece of bread, dipping it into something that's gluten-free. Now he can't have it.
Yeah, I will get sick.
So it's like,
from
even though I could be so careful on how I make the food and make it gluten-free or celiac friendly, anybody else at the party can come and ruin that with 1 grain. So like, even though he can trust my cooking, he can't trust everybody else at the party that he can eat.
That's a lot of pressure. On that note, Nico, that's why I've never invited you to my house for dinner. And
I'm sure that's what it is.
My brother.
I'm sure that's what it is.
On that note, Nico, for the audience, would you have any advice for anybody that is gluten-free? And as far as navigating, if they're not at the level of, what's the word? Because I've watched you experience pain after a meal or two. But for anybody that's gluten-free that's watching, what's some kind of advice you would give them for navigating outside of their comfort zone?
Are we talking about gluten-free or are we talking about having celiacs?
If you're gluten-free, stop faking it for the rest of the celiac
That's the go f*** yourselves, the GFs. But for the real celiacs out there,
it's tough. And you know what? You have a change of life. And even if you're married and everything else that comes with it, it's a change of life. And even my wife, Kate, knows that we can't always eat out. And if we do eat out, I can't eat. Like I can't. And I've come across many places that I've not gotten sick, but because I knew that these servers were well-knowledged in celiacs and the cooks in the back were well-knowledged in celiacs. They knew everything about cross-contamination and I didn't get sick. So I trust certain places.
So your advice to them would be build trust.
But you have to build trust or eat before you go out and just have a cup of coffee or, some yogurt there for dessert. I mean, that's all I can tell you. But even the yogurt could be cross-contaminated. I mean, you never know. You never know.
Straight from Restaurant Punk.
Wow, Yianni, I'm proud of you.
Actually, I started off on fire and then we just kind of calmed down because I saw Nico getting fired up and I do not like when Nico gets fired up.
No, you do like it.
I f***ing love it. And once we turn these cameras off, I'm going to f***ing go at it.
You will.
We love you guys. Restaurant Punk out.
Restaurant Punk
Yianni.
out. Thank you.
Noelle.
Nikos.
A successful gluten-free
gluten-free episode.
There's only 15 minutes.
What you got? What do you want?